that's it. I got you guys a whole new video. So what's up guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, also hit the bell button, that way every time I drop a video you won't miss out on this. So day 4 of quarantine, and man, it's getting to me now. Like, I have no clue what to do with my life. To work, I basically lost my business. For those of you guys that don't know, I run my own barber studio. Due to the nationwide pandemic that's going on right now, even worldwide, the state issued an order where basically we're all forced to shut down, and it's more so due to public safety. Gotta use this time to basically bond with our loved ones. I feel like because we do live in a country where it is so fast paced compared to most other countries, we're always constantly working, we're always constantly running errands, doing chores. We don't really have enough time to spend time with them. And I'm guilty of it too, because I do have a busy schedule when I was working. Now that I'm quarantined, I'm not working, but when I was working, it did get a little overwhelming because sometimes I couldn't find time to even do simple things as going to family parties. So this is a cool way, if you look at it into perspective in a positive way, this is a great way to go ahead and get to know one another, spend some quality time with each other. With that being said guys, I hope you guys are all doing well. I hope you guys are all safe. Alright, so I asked you guys on Instagram page, which is right here. I went ahead and posted up a poll for you guys. I want to see which of these you guys both wanted me to basically do. There's I don't know if you guys can see the actual poll. 33% of you wanted me to do a video based on my journey as a barber. The other 63% of you wanted me to do a video based upon me being a dad at the age of 18. Now I figured, why not do a cool video and incorporate both of these into one video, because they kind of all similarly ties into each other. It all basically happened around the same era, same time, and it's pretty cool. You guys can go ahead and get to know me with this whole quarantine thing happening. But yeah, let's get right into it guys. Okay, first things first, some of my clients have heard this story before, so shout out to all of you that have been asking me what it was that got me into cutting hair. I'm sure some of you might have heard this story already. Basically, this is what happened. Back in the days in high school, social media wasn't what it was nowadays. You had, of course, MySpace. Pictures, selfies, and all this wasn't a huge thing as to what it is now, as far as like what Instagram's brought it out to be. Back in the days, going somewhere to find someone that would give you a good haircut was really hard. Traveling through all the Santa Clarita Valley, I typically found myself going down to LA or to the valley, like San Fernando area, Pacoima area, just to get a good haircut, right? Through my journey in high school, I went to the local Castate barbershop, which is out here where I grew up at. Shout out to all those barbershop, although if you're watching this, shout out to you. He's basically one of the guys that got me into it, because I would ask him questions whenever I'd get haircuts by him. And also Ivan was another guy that used to work with him, and I asked him, I'm like, hey, like, is it hard doing it? What's the fears of you when you first started? Because when you're first trying something new, it's easy to basically get intimidated by the fact that this is an uncomfortable field. This is something you've never done before, so you obviously don't want to mess up, because there's people that have been in the game longer than you have, right? So Ivan always pushed me. He'd be like, dude, just give it a try. What's the worst that could happen? The worst that could happen is you will have at least a license under your belt. I have my cousin Freddie. Shout out to Freddie if you're watching this. Shout out to you. I would ask him throughout my high school days, like, hey, cousin, can I borrow your clippers? I want to cut my hair. It led from me cutting my hair, led to me cutting a couple of my buddies' hairs, which we used to cut hair with a small little trimmer. By far the funniest thing, one of my good friends, Miguel, he actually was like, dude, let me try and cut your hair. So we would both practice on each other. The first time he ever cut my hair, he said, let me just give you a little taper on the sides. I was like, as long as you're gonna do me a little taper, I'm fine with that. Bro squad, this guy gave me a bowl cut to the top up here, which was the craziest thing ever, right? And after that, I got scared. I'm like, no, I am never letting anybody else touch my hair at all. Fast forward, I graduated from OFL at the age of 17, which was earlier than what I was anticipated to be graduating at. So that was pretty cool. Long story short, in high school, towards the end of high school, that's when I met Lindsay's mom. And when I met Lindsay's mom, we were dating for a while, and boom, fresh out of high school. I had just barely was like midway through with my first seasonal position at Target. Next thing you know, guys, you know, Lindsay's mom had to take the test to see if she was pregnant or not, because it was a scary situation at that time. But you know, here we are. It's a learning experience of life. When we ended up finding out that Lindsay was basically on the way, that's when I got let go of from Target, which was a seasonal position, which was, in the way it was anticipated that was gonna happen. And it was a scary situation, because think about it, here I am, this 18-year-old, fresh out of high school, with no job, having a baby, and a lot of this stuff went south really quick. Now, a lot of my family, they've always been super positive when it came down to, you know, if things get tough, stay positive, keep pushing through with it, you'll be okay, right? Fast forward, I ended up getting a job. Got a job at Vallarta. I had been working there for about 6 months. I learned a lot about management, sales, shipping and receiving. I learned a bunch of stuff, which later ties into me becoming a barber as far as managing and all that stuff. I got the job and I was working there. In the back of my mind, I didn't like that working at a supermarket entitled me to basically working weekends, also working on, you know, every night, because my schedule was a little distorted at this time. They were getting me into the rhythm of like, look, you're gonna be the face of, you know, Vallarta 19, and you're gonna be the one that's gonna be managing the store, and this is your, like, it was starting to get into that, right? And by all means, I'm very appreciative of, you know, the managers at the time that were helping me get into that position in my life, but it wasn't my calling. I saw that when people would come in shopping for their groceries, I saw that when people would come in celebrating holidays and stuff like that, I couldn't do the same for my kids. And it sucks, because 6 months in, it was like about 8 months into me working at Vallarta, I just didn't, it was there, I liked the drive of it. Honestly guys, the pay was not good for all the work that I was doing. It's just the fact that I didn't like that. Didn't matter how hard I worked, I wouldn't go past this and I wouldn't go lower than this. So I was stagnant. Lindsay's born, right? August 17th, Lindsay's born, 2011. Now I have a newborn, still working at Vallarta, barely making ends meet. For all those youngsters that are out here watching this channel, do not get any credit cards. It sucks. Use those only for emergencies. Don't use them to buy luxuries. Made this clear to a lot of my cousins. Don't worry about buying the fanciest clothes, having the sickest car. Save that money up. Especially a lot of you guys are seeing that right now with this quarantine situation happening. Save that money for situations like this. Not saying that this is something that happens a lot, but I mean, you guys are seeing the toll it's taking, and it's rough. A week before my birthday, I said, screw it. Let's see what happens. What's the worst that could happen, right? When I got out of high school and everybody gives you this whole talk about how you're supposed to figure out a career of what you want to do, I wanted to do law enforcement. I didn't have time to waste, basically. I was trying to get the ball rolling with something, and I said, you know what? I did this back in high school. Let's turn this little hobby into a career, and let's see what happens. And I go and apply. I applied at Academy of the Barbering Arts out in Panorama City, right by the plant. This is where things kind of took a shift. I did this in the aspect of trying to get ahead in life for my kid. And here's the thing, guys, don't think that just because I was at a young age I didn't know what I'm doing. You can be well prepared, you can have a ton of money, and that's still not enough to be a good parent. Being a good parent involves a lot. Like, you have to be well involved in your kid's life. You have to be trying to teach them, you know, teach them right from wrong and show them love. I feel like a lot of parents in my generation, from the people that I've talked to, like, hey, what was your experience? Their parents a lot of the times didn't show them love, didn't show them affection, and that's something you gotta show them a lot, because it can make or break someone. And I signed up for the school, boom, everything shifts for me at this point. Now at this point, this is what my new schedule looks like, right? Monday through Friday, I basically have to be at school 7 in the morning to 2:30 in the afternoon, right? Mind you, I live about 30 to 45 minutes away from the school itself, so I gotta get up a little bit extra earlier. I gotta leave the house by exactly 6 or else I'm completely late. I was able to keep my job at Vallarta, and I'm not gonna lie, things got real tough for me. They tried making it almost impossible for me to even want to pursue this. Like, my schedule was basically, it came down to this. So all my family that watches this, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. I had no time to go to family parties. I had no time for myself. I barely and rarely ever had time to go and, you know, spend time with my daughter and go somewhere. So it was real tough. Like I was saying, my schedule was 7 to 2:30. I was scheduled to work 3 to 11:30 at night. I'm gone the whole day, right? That's my schedule for a whole year, not including that Friday nights. I'm getting off at 11:30, getting home about like 12. I have to be back at work at 5 in the morning the next day and got off at 1:30. So my schedule is pretty messed up. Is it tough being a parent at a young age? Yes, it is. How do I say it? It's not as easy as it looks. You know, man, I can't even find the words to say this, but it's hard, you know? You have to be strong for your own kids, but whatever situation is you're going through in life, you cannot fold for them. You cannot let them see that weak side of you. That's the bad part. It's not even the machismo part that's talking. It's just more so the fact that you don't want to try and bring that type of stress to their life. You know, they're so young, they don't even know what's going on. And imagine if you don't even know what's going on and it's already like toying with you and getting you upset and throwing you out your funk. You don't want to bring that type of stress to your own kid. You know, I started doing house calls, started doing haircuts out in Pacoima, and I was cutting right there off Pacoima, and I was on Van Nuys on Laurel Canyon at SoCal Cuts. So I got my first actual barbershop job, and I was working there for a while. What I ended up doing the moment I got my license was I had finally built up enough momentum to finally stack up hours for a vacation, which was a week, right? And mind you guys, I had already been working this whole year and a half basically nonstop, because they do kind of tell you that when you are allowed to take days off at barbering school, but they don't tell you that to make them up, it's tough. It's real tough. After a year and a half straight of working like that type of schedule where it's basically 6 days a week gone from home, ended up putting in my vacation hours to take the week off, which was actually the week of my birthday, October. I still remember it. Took that week and I said, you know what? Let me go down to SoCal Cuts. At this time, I was already trying to juggle both jobs. Basically, this is how I thought. If I could go ahead and make what I make at Vallarta here in 1 week down there cutting hair, then we'll do the transition. I'll put my 2 week notice and see what happens. That's exactly what I did. A week down there working, it was a little out the norm because, you know, working at a fast-paced supermarket where you're constantly on the go, and then you're introduced to this barber life, this barber world where you know, you can hang out, you relax, you're getting to know your clients, you're chilling, it's like you're basically hanging out with your friends. It kind of gave me a little bit of withdrawals, guys. I am not gonna lie, it was a little tough. The first week I made double what I made at Vallarta, so I said, you know what, screw this. Made the money. Was a little more laid back, chill, you know, I didn't have to stress so much. And I said, you know what, I went back to Vallarta and I put my 2 week notice. Just told them, I'm sorry, I have my license now, I want to give it a try, I want to see where I could go with this. You know, I appreciate and I'm grateful for the opportunities you guys gave me, but I want to give myself this chance. And the main manager at the time, this guy was not at all by any means happy at the fact that I was already on my way out, because I mean, you could see exactly why he's upset, but I mean, you guys can also kind of see why I wasn't gonna just stay there either. And I was out. 2 weeks later, started working at SoCal Cuts full time. And since then, guys, it's just been go time. Boom, boom, boom. Haven't stopped. It was 6 days a week. And then I somehow was able to shift into working half days on Tuesdays and then just only taking Sundays off. So it's sad to say that I've been a workhorse the last 10 years of my life. And that's why work is all I know. And it gets real tricky because being a workhorse has actually cost me a lot. That's why I'm trying to tell you, a lot of you guys, that be careful with what you want to pursue in life and the dreams you want to chase, because a lot of people won't tell you this because they don't want you to see that they're taking L's. But I'm pretty much transparent with you guys. I took an L by being a huge workhorse and always constantly working, and that's the thing, that ambition comes with a big heavy price that you have to pay. There's a lot of factors into that, but you know, just being away from my home, there's really a lot that I couldn't understand at this moment, but it did cost me my family, guys. Working a lot. So that's why I said in that one post, if you guys are following my personal account, I had said, like, you pay a heavy price for pursuing the things that you want in life. I will always tell you guys exactly how it is. A little bit later into me working there at SoCal Quits, I ended up deciding to leave, and I got introduced to Apollo's Barbershop. Now when I got introduced to Apollo's Barbershop, at the time this was a barbershop that had a 3-star rating. Yelp, everybody started Yelping everything, every little thing, so you would go off of reviews, right? And I asked a couple barbers too, I'm like, hey, what do you think about Apollo's Barbershop? They're overpriced, you know, they don't cut hair good, like you're doing a mistake. Now, there's a bunch of barbers that kept telling me, nah, dude, you're making a mistake by going there. I'll tell you this, ever since I left, you know, I've kind of always leveled up in a way. And that's the gamble you take when it comes to, you know, being self-employed, you know. High risk, high reward is how I've kind of always been taught, or, you know, chances make champions. That's another way. If you don't take these chances, someone's always going to be taking chances, and you're going to be working for those people that are always going to be creating those chances for themselves. So I figured, hey, you know what? They're not paying my bills. Let me put my money where my mouth is, be closer to my family, be closer to work, potentially make more money and work less, and see where it goes. I was with Apollo's for 7 years, guys, and it taught me a lot. It taught me a lot. I'm very grateful for that experience, even though, as some of you know, that experience came down to, you know, a screeching halt instantly. It wasn't even like, in a way we can say that we all saw it coming, but it wasn't that we anticipated to happen that quick. I started cutting hair in the very bottom by the bathrooms, worked my way up to the front, worked my way upstairs, and then I worked my way into having my own studio, which is, some of you, if you guys have been following me for that long, you guys have seen me working my way up, and you guys also got a chance and got a glimpse of my own studio as well. So shout out to you guys. You guys are the real OGs from the Rose Squad. There's a lot. I wouldn't say that I would go back in time and change things, because obviously those are things that I obviously know now for the future. But there probably might have been some factors that I would have changed a little bit differently, just to kind of, you know, not put myself in situations that I was in. There's a lot of stress, a lot of dumb purchases, we could call them. Yeah, fast forward to 7 years later. This is what ends up happening. The owner ends up shutting down shop 3. There was 3 shops, guys. When he shut down shop 3, that was a huge awakening. Like, that's kind of where I don't want to say I was blind to it, because I kind of saw that it was happening, but I was blind to the fact of the, you know, some of the safety precautions that I easily could have taken. He shut that one down, which that one was basically his baby. He put a bar in there. For him to want to close that shop down was where I was kind of like, all right, things are going a little weird right now at this point. It's a matter of time before he ends up shutting the one that I'm at, and then it's a domino effect basically. Things were already kind of iffy. Again, for those of you guys that want to see when I was packing all my stuff up, how the shop ended up leaving, how, you know, things kind of panned out, there's a video. There's this video right here. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's that one right there. But it's called Apollo's Barbershop Closing. So if you guys search that up on this channel, go ahead and you can see everything as it's happening. It came to a screeching halt. I was in the process of opening up the studio, which you guys can see it on there. Opening up my studio right there at the Valencia Town Center Mall. And it was rough, guys. It was, how do I say it? It was almost like one thing fell on top of another on me, right? So here I am getting all my priorities in order finally. And boom, the barbershop shuts down. Now we got the barbershop that shuts down, and I got my own barber studio that's in the process, and it's not even completed. And they went from the deadline that it was June, it was supposed to open up, all the way down to August, and then got pushed all the way to the end of September. So, and our shop got shut down in mid-June. So there was a lot that was like, it was just really bad, that timing, I want to say, on everything. And you know, thankfully, like I said before, my boy Julio ended up getting his own barbershop in the meantime too, that he had in his works, and they ended up letting me go and work with them, so that was pretty cool. But here's the thing now, guys, with this whole situation, with the whole quarantine happening, this is affecting a lot of, you know, small businesses, and it's affecting my business itself. But I appreciate those clients that are going ahead and going out their way and, you know, checking up on me, making sure I'm good. Love you guys. A lot of this wouldn't be possible without a lot of you guys, all of you guys. You know, it's hard trying to stay positive knowing the fact that a lot of us, and I'm not just speaking for myself, but you know, even my parents, a lot of people have bills still. A lot of people have a lot of stuff that they need to do, bills that they got to take care of, families that they got to feed, and it's hard because a lot of these people are getting laid off. So you know, I hope that with this channel you guys can stay a little bit positive. You know, you guys have something to look at, something to watch. I don't want to make any open promises that hey, I want to be making videos every day. If you guys can give me topics to talk about, obviously due to the fact that we can't step outside of the house currently, you guys are more than welcome to ask away. With a time like this, guys, stay close to your loved ones, you know? Hug them, love them as much as you can, and just be there for them. With that being said, I want you guys to go ahead and stay and be safe. Go ahead and comment down below. Don't forget to smash the like button. Also subscribe and hit the bell button if you guys haven't. So we'll see you guys soon, guys.